I decided to take the course about brain and brain health. And I learned a couple of things that I want to share with you, because if we want to be productive, if we want to be healthy, if we want to be successful, we gotta take care of ourselves first so we can implement those goals, and hopefully whatever goal you have, you're able to achieve it with much satisfaction. Because if you have X amount of money and you don't have proper health, then how are you going to enjoy the fruits of your labor if you're not taking care of yourself? So I'm going to talk more about this incredible lecture, this incredible class that I took. I'll link it down below in the description box which class I'm talking about, but it's such a beautiful class if you want to learn more about health and about brain health. So transforming your brain is so important, because whenever you take care of your brain, so many things change, like your mood. People have to acknowledge that whatever you eat, it's going to get into your head, and if you don't eat healthy things, then you won't be able to grow the cells of your brain to the best. You won't be able to grow your cells if you don't know how to take care of your brain. So I've learned a couple things. So your brain, it's like a currency. Let's talk about finance, because I know I love to talk about finance, but let's create an analogy. If you don't invest in for the future, then you're gonna have problems later on. And that's what the brain is all about. If you invest in your health right now, then you're not gonna have much to work with whenever you're older, because you already did the hard things. So it's very expensive to learn something new. It's very expensive to do exercise. But when you invest those times into your brain, then your brain is going to reward you with really good energy. It's going to help you grow faster. You're less prone to have diseases like Alzheimer and dementia, because you're constantly pouring your brain into really great things. You know, like it's not easy to wake up early in the morning and go to the gym. It's not easy to wake up and start going and doing some kind of exercise, or start learning how to dance, but when you move in your body, you're able to give your brain so much endorphins. You're able to give your brain so many of those good things that help the brain grow. And you know, there's a couple of studies that have been discovering that people that are active and they exercise, they're less prone to have diseases later on whenever they're older. Your body's like a budget. If you don't budget properly, then you're not going to be equipped with the best health later on when you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, because you didn't invest in your life. Whenever you do a little bit of something big over a span of your lifetime, you will see the results. You're not going to see the results right now, but you're going to thank yourself whenever you're in your older years, you did that hard thing, and you're not going to be stressed out. You're not going to have those health issues later on. So little behavior over time does give you much better results than if you do everything at once and you don't do it later on, because that's how life works. So sleep is very important, and when you sleep, your brain is able to gather all the things that you had that day, and it's able to store it in a very, very faster way. If you don't sleep very well, then your brain is not going to be able to remember the important things that you did that day, because you didn't get enough sleep. So sleep is very important. We've been seeing so many people telling us the same thing, but it's because it's true. If you have a really good diet and you're able to sleep and you exercise, those three things that I'm talking about, if you do them for prolonged periods of time, then you'll see your body reacting to it, and therefore you'll be healthier and happier. You know, it's like if you drink water, if you do all those things that are just very minimal throughout the day, then later on you're gonna be happier and you're gonna feel full and healthy. So that is that. 4 ways to improve your memory. So the very first one is repetition, the constant way of doing something. If you learn how to walk and you continuously do it over periods of time, then you'll be good at that. If you start reading You will expand your vocabulary, and you're able to do that. I mean, number 2, associating, linking things to other things. Whenever you have an example, whenever you're studying for a test and you have an example, you're able to associate, let's say, the term or the definition with something that's related to it. Another thing is novelty. If you learn something new, you constantly learn something new, you're able to tell your brain that that's something important and that's something that you have to learn. And when you have emotions to those memories, your brain can trigger and can immediately think, oh well, I remember how I felt about this particular thing, therefore this is how I associate it to this. So like the way that our memory works is when we constantly do something over and over and over again, you're less likely to forget it. And that's why it's so important to always exercise and do something that's very important. So sleep is so important because it strengthens your memories. Every time you get enough sleep, it's like a detox. Like whenever you're drinking tea and you try to detox, I don't know if that works, but if you try to detox your entire, your body, then that's how sleep works. The amount of how much sleep you get, it depends on you. You know how you feel when you slept an X amount of hours. You know how you feel, whether you feel irritated or you feel happier and healthier. So I mean, I recommend this to so many people if they're interested. So go watch that master class that I'm talking about brain and health. So see you next time. Bye.